Hello, good members. Welcome back to RGT to 1K. We are back, of course, with machines. Still playing the same deck. Still, I think I'm going to keep going with the double brain control for now. It's felt pretty good, but man, my heart wants me to put the lightning vortex back in the main. Not going to keep you very long in the intro here because same deck, don't have a whole lot to say. We're at 919, unfortunately, on the ladder, but we're only 81 away. Yeah, let's get into some matches. All right, here we are for match one. Got an 814 ranked opponent. Hit him up with the U2. Did a stream last night and played against a bunch of people ranked like 1200 and above. So that would be interesting to do here. I mean, this hand's fine, right? We've got a reasoning with a giant Trunade, so we can't complain. These Jar of Greeds can find some more cards. Love seeing a Thunder Dragon from the opponent. I think Turbo's pretty decent for this deck. I think we've definitely proven that over our time here in this series. Okay. Metamorphosis. All right. Could definitely be a heavy storm over there. I don't need to set the ring here. I think I'm just going to set the 2 Jar of Greeds and pass the turn. I guess ring would be good if there's going to be like some sort of Spirit Reaper or something, but I'm going to take my chances on that. And just set the Jar of Greeds. Hopefully the opponent does lead on Heavy Storm here. They do. Okay. Very nice. We'll turn that heavy into a nice little minus over there. Okay. Oh, DD Warrior Lady. Okay. It's another reason for ring, but it's going to be totally fine here. We did draw the brain control. Unfortunately, that means we can't brain control plus Stein, but... And we'll cross that road when we come to it. Oh, Monster Gate's very good here. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna try to do some stuff here. Let's just go ahead and Giant Trunade. Trap, Dust Shoot. Well, that's gonna miss. No monsters here, but they do get to see our limiter removal, so there's a chance they could call 2 here, which would be a little annoying if we do hit the Stein. We're not like all in on reasoning hitting. Obviously, it would be nice if we did, but if it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. That's fine. We've got ring. We've got, brain control and a Monster Gate. So we'll see what happens here. Okay. I'm just going to throw down the reasoning. See what they call. If they call 2, they call 2. Tank, 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 tank. They do call 2. Okay. Makes sense. Jinzo. Okay. Pretty happy to see Jinzo here. If I brain control on a Monster Gate, if I hit Cyberstein, it is a problem. If I take DD Warrior Lady, just attack with it, banish both, the opponent takes 500, then they could take 48. It's 53, that would put the opponent at 37, so ring's not really doing it. I think I'm just going to brain control and hope to not hit Stein here. I'm going to Monster Gate this off. I mean, I'm going to give them a Chaos Monster, but there's just a chance to win here. I'm just going to go for it. Let's be aggressive. Why not? Cyberstein is the reason why not. But, okay. So, yeah, this is lethal. Sure. All right. Gonna take game 1. We see DD Warrior Lady, Sangan, Thunder Dragon, so probably Chaos Warriors. That does not mean that they're playing flips. In fact, most of the Chaos Warrior decks do not play flips, so I'm just gonna side sort of like it's an aggro deck here. Take these out. I actually remember the Lightning Vortex this time. I know in a lot of the previous videos, I've just been like, why is my siding off? It's because I forgot to click on the Vortex. Just used to it being in the main. I know, like, this isn't the first time that I've taken it out of the main, but I'm pretty sure for the Machine Gate, videos at least. Pretty sure Lightning Vortex has been in the main for most of them in the series. I do love the card. Big fan of Lightning Vortex. I've always been since I was a kid. Of course, back in those days when you're in like... Was I like middle school? Somewhere in middle school. You see this card after Raigeki gets banned and you're like, oh, well, this is just the next broken card. Turns out that wasn't correct, but, you know, card's still totally fine. There's a reason it got limited, I guess. A lot of people probably thought along the same lines back then. But we are just waiting for our opponent to finish up siding. All right, here we go. Okay. Double limiter with a reasoning? Duo. Never mind. Hopefully they hit the ring or the vortex, I think. I guess if they hit a limiter, that's fine too. Oh, they do hit the ring. I think I'm going to keep the double limiter, just get rid of the vortex, because if the opponent puts something face up, they could just die. Okay, duo in a pot, pretty nice. A pretty good start for the opponent. Set monster. Okay. And we've got a bunch of back row. Sure. Oh. Hello. A Royal Decree is pretty good. Yeah, I'm just going to set that and pass the turn. Hopefully the opponent flips up their monster. And hopefully they don't have an answer to Royal Decree. They do play Raigeki Break and stuff in the deck. They could very well, you know, have an MST or a Breaker or something. They do summon out the Breaker. No fear of Scapegoat, unfortunately. Alright, we lose the Decree. That's unfortunate. We still have Legendary Jujitsu Master. Okay. This does not take us out of Stein range, which is also... could potentially be something, but... Alright, that's 29. We'd go to 22. If they have another monster plus a ring, we just lose. I think I might try to reasoning here. If we hit Jinzo, maybe we win the game with triple limiter removal. See if they want to Solemn Judgment this. 14, 28, 56. Okay, so Stein by itself wouldn't be... Okay, they do Solemn. Unfortunate. And that makes sense. Alright, we'll pass the turn. I'm going to set one of these limiters as a bluff. Maybe they don't summon another monster. Oh, they're just going to Wing Blast? Okay, that's fine. No, that's not fine. We actually just lose. But maybe we can, I don't know, pick up some more information here. Okay, well, duo pot Solemn Judgment. Gonna be tough. A lot of these Chaos Warrior decks don't play Solemn Judgment, so... They also usually play Raigeki Break over Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, but I could see Wind Blast being good in this deck. Jujitsu Master is... That's a wild one. Not used to that. Opponent is definitely taking their time here. They may not have ring. Like, they may not be able to kill us, so... And me posturing here, also, like, if I draw this card, I'm not going to shuffle my hand. I'm actually just going to set it. Because there's a good chance that the opponent thinks this is something. Simply because I didn't concede, and then maybe they don't attack with both. Maybe they play it safe, play around a Mirror Force or something like that. Moth, okay. They're going to get back Heavy Storm. Pot of Greed. Interesting. That's fine. I feel like you just get back Heavy Storm there, right? I guess this could be Scapegoat. So, yeah. Okay, Pot of Greed makes sense. Alright, they are attacking. We are... Right? Yeah. We're big dead. Okay. So, Solemn Judgment back there. I don't want to do anything differently. They do have Moth in the deck. And Legendary Jujitsu Master? Maybe... I mean, this deck could just be different than what I'm thinking. It might not be... They are setting a lot of monsters. Maybe I do just put in the Mind Controls. And... I don't know. I think Brain Control's still good here, right? It's not often to have Brain Control and Mind Control in the deck at the same time, but sure. Let's run it. See if we can pick up this game 3. Man, I can't talk today. Much like every other day. I guess. Alright, this hand's pretty good. A lead on a Pot of Greed. Oh, Trunade? Ooh, and a Reasoning. Okay. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm just going to set Mirror Force and pass here. I don't think there's any reason really to set the Facilier. We could definitely win on the next turn. Even if the opponent sets a monster, we do have this Mind Control. Asura Priest. That's fine. I guess I just Mirror Force it, right? Just get it out of the way. In case there's like, I don't know, like they have a Solemn Judgment for the Giant Trunade, and then I'm able to go into a Jinzo or whatever. Or, that's not what I meant to say, but words are hard. Alright, we're going to go for some big stuff this turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and Giant Trunade. Scapegoat. I don't know what's going on over here. Alright, I mean, Scapegoat's pretty good, right? Alright, I draw Scapegoat of my own. Just a whole bunch of metas. Well, I didn't put the Big Bang Shot in. I didn't really think I needed to. I mean, there's still a chance if we, like, I don't know, if they don't call 2 on the Reasoning, we hit Stein, we flip some heads. We do have Mind Control for one of these. I think I'm just going to get rid of a meta, though. That makes sense to me. I'll throw down a Reasoning. We'll see what happens here. Kind of forced to call 2. Unfortunately, we can't hit Demock at this point. Does Blowback Dragon help at all? They do call 2. Oops, sorry. Milled over. Oh my god. Okay, I just can't function today. We do get Jinzo, which is pretty nice against future traps and such. I really want to summon this Facilier and just go in. But I don't think I'm supposed to do that. I'm just going to attack here. This helps play around Snatch Steal the best. Set the Scapegoat. Pass the turn. Don't want to go into King Dragoon in case of Snatch Steal, because then I lose all of these things. Yeah, there's swords, it's fine. We end up drawing a Monster Gate anyway. Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. I didn't flip the Scapegoat, but I think that's okay. I want to Mind Control this, see what's up. They're setting it behind the swords. It might be something good. No, it's a Jujutsu Master. Okay. I mean, I can meta it off for 3. I don't think that's amazing. I will flip summon it. Yeah, I don't think I want to meta this off for 3. I think I can just do better than that. Let's just pass the turn. I don't like my position here really at all. Really need to get into not my opponent getting Pot of Greed. I really need to get into something to take out the swords. I do still have a Trunade and a Heavy Storm. And I need to get into Stein. There's no Big Bang Shot in the deck. Oh, I do have Lightning Vortex. So that would also be a good one to hit. Primo would also be good for Demock. Okay. Got a lot of good cards here. Ring? Ring's not great because of the Jinzo. I didn't want to flip Scapegoat there either. Alright. I'll just pass the turn again. This is... I was not expecting Scapegoat from the opponent. Yeah, Moth is... Moth is Moth, I guess. What do you do? Yeah, I don't think flipping up Scapegoat, summoning Tear there, and taking their face-down monster was really what I wanted to do. Always looks like they drew more than more than what they're supposed to, but they didn't. All right, we find Thunder Dragons now. I guess like their monster zones are clogged, but what are the chances of them having Metamorphosis now? They could definitely have it in this deck. I just I read it as Chaos Warrior, and I don't know, I didn't have a reason to think this was like Chaos Control or something. Okay, so we're going for, no, that's all lights. They take 800. They used up their summon. That does clear up a spot, but they can't summon a Chaos Monster this turn, so that's pretty good for me. Okay. Reasoning. All right. That could be a good one. I mean, they're probably going to call 2, right? So maybe it's not going to be a good one. But we'll see. I think I might set this ring, because now, like, if they're able to summon out a Dark Monster, crash this, summon Chaos Monster, then I can kill it with ring. Okay. If they draw into a Heavy Storm here, so be it, I guess. Well, we shall see. Tribe, okay. That one's annoying. We lose the Jinzo, but it's not the end of the world. Now I can just like flip Scapegoat in the end and Monster Gate. Okay. That seems pretty good. Yeah, pay the cost. Serpent? Okay. Sure, so they have one Thunder Dragon in hand. That's what we know. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I just ring this, right? Sure. Get an extra 1600. Maybe I wanted that in attack position. No, I think that's fine. I think I will Scapegoat here. Torrential. Oh, okay. Deal? Okay. Now I just need to hit off of this reasoning. And we're good. Because the most that I can do is, like, I can go into... Oh, do I have another Facilier? Oh, I do have another Facilier in the deck. Okay. I was going to say, I can meta into... Oh, they call 7. Interesting. Well, I have one Facilier in hand, so if we hit anything other than Facilier, we win, of course. Okay. So we've got, what, Blowback Dragon Cyberstein left? Cyberstein wins the game. Blowback Dragon, of course, does not. Man, they called it correctly? That's unfortunate. Wait, gotta go, sorry? But they're gonna concede? Okay, well, and they had the Kuribo, too. They're actually showing the Kuribo. Okay, well, oops. By oops, I mean that sucks for, like, them, I guess. We'll take the Elo, but sorry, sometimes you just gotta go. Knowing that they had the Kuribo, I probably am just gonna put myself in a position to lose here, right? I guess. Let's, for the fun of it, let's see. Because I was still thinking about it, but I was probably going to Monster Gate and go for the 50-50 here. What do we hit? Oh, we hit the blowback anyway, so... Okay. We weren't going to win, but we would have had a blowback in attack position. I would just attack for 23 here, set the Royal Decree, pass the turn, but let's... We are going to go up to 934. Let's go ahead and take a look at the replay, though, because I kind of want to see what else was in their hand to see if they could... if they could fight through that. All right, game 3. I know this is a bit of a long one. I like jumping into these replays sometimes. Maybe Petty was right. Every time Petty says something, to me about like doing any sort of content thing, he's correct. And I know Petty likes to look at replays and stuff like this just in the video. Okay, there's the torrential. We already knew about that. We knew about all of these cards, except did we see the Sangan? I feel like we didn't see the Sangan. Maybe we did. It's just that monster gate. All right, Serpent. Yeah, we knew about Serpent. I know this is taking a little bit, but I just kind of want to see what else they would have had in their hand to go along with the Kuhb. I feel like we've seen a lot of Kuhbs in this series. Oh, there's a Kaiku there? I don't care about that. Kuhb is a card that does see play from time to time in GOAT formats. So it's like not unfathomable that you would see it, but it's not played very much. There's a DD Warrior Lady over there too. Okay, so I ring the tribe. I flip up Scapegoat. Maybe, so going back to ringing the tribe, maybe I wasn't supposed to do that. Maybe I was, yeah. 48, no. Because then if I get into a position where like I need to go into Stein or something, I don't know. That play definitely could have been wrong, but that's layers and layers and layers and layers of stuff. So, okay. So had we summoned out the Blowback Dragon, they would have had DD Warrior Lady to deal with it. Okay. Yeah. So we were probably in a bad position there if the opponent didn't have to go. I guess fortunately for our Elo, the opponent did have to go and they just went ahead and conceded. But, you know, I will take that as Dueling Book just giving me back a win that it took away from me. So, yeah, unfortunately, we probably wouldn't have won this one. Now, I don't know, like, you know, how far down the Stein was in the deck, because clearly, you know, the opponent can clear the Blowback Dragon, but I think I went down to what, like 5 cards left in deck or something. So there was a good chance I would draw into Stein, right? 7 cards left in deck. The Premature Burial is gone. I do still have the Limiter, but Stein is the only monster left. Yeah, I mean, there's Graceful Charity. Pot of Greed's gone. Yeah, okay. I don't know. We had a 1 in 7 chance of like drawing Stein and winning the game on the spot. I don't know. Like, it's not guaranteed that the opponent would win, but I definitely wouldn't have been in a good position had the opponent not had to go. So kind of maybe got away with one there. If Stein was the next card, then we win, obviously. But yeah, we're going to move up to 934. Sometimes it's just how the ladder be, and we'll get another one. All right, here we are for the second match. I realized I still had the game up, so I went in and I drew a card. Stein was literally my next draw. So if the opponent didn't draw any way to also be able to deal with the Stein, and their traps would have been turned off because of Royal Decree, I was actually going to win that game. So would have depended on the top of the opponent's deck, which of course I can't check, but decent shot. I actually end up winning that one here. We've got a pretty okay hand. I don't mind it. Like, Brain Control, Snatch Steal going wild. We get to see a whole bunch more cards. We've got a limiter removal. Hopefully the opponent plays like an X-Head Cannon or something, right? Okay, more Thunder Dragons. I'm okay with that. Also, just, I mean, the opponent had just an interesting deck last round, so worth pointing that out. I mean, I misread it. A lot of different things going on. We had the Warriors, we had the flips. I guess just some sort of like flip warrior, not what we look at as Chaos Warrior now. Graceful Charity just discards the Thunder Dragons. Okay. Stein. Well, Stein's not bad. Don't want to flip Reckless Greed here, but I will flip the Jar of Greed and just make sure this works out. Another jar? Okay, that's fine. I don't think I'm in super risk of being out of Stein range, so I'm just going to pass the turn. Try to get my opponent to flip up a card. Oh, they do have an MST. That's fine. They take out our Jar of Greed. No big deal. Now we know, well, potentially we've just got one back row that we need to fight through. That's doable with a Cyberstein. Ooh, Spy? Okay. Well, Spy is... Yeah, I was going to say, they could think we're Turbo here. Maybe they put in a defense to play around Mirror Force. We haven't shown any reason for us to be a combo deck here. Okay, still just one back row. Blowback Dragon. Okay. We could take a Spy and summon that and try to blow up this back row. Do I want to... do I want to try to do anything a little bit more? I think so. I'm going to activate the Reckless Greed. I'm going to try to dig for Truenator Heavy here. Upstart, Demock. Okay. Yeah, I'll activate the Upstart. Oh, Reasoning. Okay. Reasoning's pretty good. I've got a Stein, a Facilier, and a Jinzo. So 1/3 chance of hitting Jinzo here, which would be excellent. I think I'm going to try it. See what happens. Maybe they flip a Solemn Judgment here. That would be awesome. 8? Okay, so we do hit. So we have our 8 in hand. We hit the Jinzo. Okay, okay. Sometimes things just work out for you, right? Pretty trivial from here. Since we've got our limiter removal, I'm just going to go into Gatling Dragon. And then I think I'm just going to take both of these Spies, honestly. Just make sure it's lethal. I guess I could... I have lethal without that, but... yeah, I guess I don't need to do that then. Oh, we're thinking. We got a Book of Moon? Okay. So 1 tails. 1 heads. And another heads. Okay. Let's just take out the Spies. Would that have made a difference? I don't think so. Like, if this is Book of Moon, congratulations. I guess. But let's attack with Stein first. Well, I'm gonna do a little bit more than that, opponent. I'm gonna attack with the Gatling Dragon. Throw down the limiter removal. And so now, like, yeah, they could book the Jinzo and live. Oh, maybe I should have used it on the Jinzo then to keep the Jinzo face up. Yeah. I probably should have done that. That's okay. I don't know. I'm going to side like it's Turbo. We'll just take out these brain controls. Bring in some Mind Cons, and I think probably call it a day. They were thinking for a second on the Gatling Dragon. It's kind of interesting. Could have been Book of Moon. Like, that's the only card I can conceivably think of that would be, you know, like an actual played card. Like, they could have had Offerings to the Doomed or something. But Book of Moon an actually commonly played card, whereas Offerings to the Doomed is played in, like, my Pac-Man deck and no other deck. Though, there have been some people that have championed that card in the past. TK Griffiths has been one who's thought that that card could be a little bit better than people think. Okay. We just see a back row, but unfortunately, my hand's not really going to punish anything here. So let's play the Upstart Goblin. Get ourselves a draw. Another Scapegoat's not really what I was hoping for, but that's fine. Maybe we can buy some time until we, you know, find a Monster Gate or something like that. We are a Stein away from winning, so. Oh, nothing. Interesting. Oh, there's the Monster Gate? Okay. I wish I'd flipped the Scapegoat, but I think I'm okay with my decision to not. We can, I mean, conceivably wait a turn here, right? Meta. Yeah, that's not doing it. But I'm going to set second Scapegoat in case of, I don't know. Was there a reason to do that? I don't think there's a reason to do that. I'm just going to pass the turn. And now they've got a face-down monster. That's unfortunate, but that's fine. Oh, actually, we can summon Tear, take that, and sack it for Blowback Dragon. Oh, Reasoning's pretty good, too. Okay. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try to do some big stuff here. Heavy Storm, we lose a goat. That's potentially actually good for me. Okay. Yeah, our life points are lower. So that is worth thinking about here. I'm just gonna lead on Reasoning. I don't think it really matters here. Let's play this. See what the opponent calls. They call 8. Okay, we definitely do have a DMOC in the deck, but hopefully we just hit something else and make this kind of trivial. All right, we hit the DMOC. Noted. Yeah, I guess I'll Monster Gate. See what we get into once Dueling Book allows. There we go. Facilier. Okay. So that's 56. That does a little bit more, but not a whole lot. 56 plus 23. Or what if we just did 46 plus 28? I don't know. 56 plus 23. 79. We put the opponent at 1100. Just not enough, right? Yeah, Facilier wasn't my dream hit here. Unfortunately, we kind of needed the Reasoning to go through. All right, let's just kind of go in on it, right? We'll see what's up here. Give me that monster, please. Spy. Okay, well, I'm gonna sack this off for Blowback, and I guess I'm not gonna Megamorph. We'll just hit him for 51. Yeah. Unfortunate, but that's how it be sometimes, I guess. And then I could set this other Scapegoat in case something happens, but yeah, I think it's fine. Set the Scapegoat, pass the turn. Maybe I was supposed to Megamorph just to deal that extra 2800, because now Megamorph is just like useless, but no, they have Breaker and that's fine. They don't have a light in the graveyard, so I'm not worried about Chaos Monster right now. If they have a Snatch Steal, obviously that's really bad for me. Like I said, the Megamorph is kind of useless, but we do have Blowback Dragon to try to take out one of these back row. Reckless Greed isn't the worst. Okay, never mind. We don't have Blowback Dragon anymore. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to attack? Kind of don't. Very easily just be a Battle Trap there. Yeah, I'm just going to set the Reckless Greed and pass, I think. Because now, like, I have to rebuild a little bit. And Facilier helps me do that, just because big dude. Heavy Storm. Okay. Well, I'm going to activate the Reckless Greed in response. This could screw me over, but we'll see. I think it's worth drawing the extra 2 cards. Limiter, Trunade. Okay. Okay. If the opponent doesn't have... Oh, they drew Thunder Dragon. Come on, man. No. No, that's like the one card they needed here. And they probably have Chaos Monster in hand. Yeah. Yeah, they drew the Thunder Dragon, and of course it's BLS. And I'm big dead. I don't get to draw for 2 turns. Alright, I'll go to game 3. Sure. I didn't have to set the Scapegoat when I did. Maybe, I don't know. We still probably don't win because I still can't draw for 2 turns. But, man, them drawing Thunder Dragon, like, they had to draw it there. Because I drew into the Trunade and they were just dead. Oh, man. That's how it is sometimes. Alright, this hand's excellent. We already have our Cyberstein. We have Giant Trunade and Limiter with a Mind Control and a Pot of Greed. Okay. Awesome. Meta? I kind of just want to go for King Dragoon turn 1. They can't do a whole lot about that, honestly. And that, like, helps make sure that I get to stay in Stein range. Okay. Hopefully they don't duo me. God. Please don't duo or shoot me. Pot of Greed's fine. I don't really care. Like, the only two cards I care about are Trap Dust Shoot and Delinquent Duo. Pretty much. T-set. All right. No Dust Shoot. Yes. No Dust Shoot. Fantastic. Okay. Lead on Heavy Storm. I can even tribute this for blowback if I want to. Where are these scapegoats coming from? All right. I keep getting hit by scapegoat, which is just unfortunate, but that's how it is, I guess. I'll mind control the face down monster. See what we get into here. Spy. All right. I'll flip it up, I guess. Do I want a Stein? If I summon Stein and I go into Gatling Dragon, I need to flip 3 heads? And even then I don't win the game? Really? Huh. Really? If I flip 3 heads, Stein takes this out. 24 plus 52? Huh. Okay. I could summon Stein and go into something else. Like another King Dragoon. Reaper on the Nightmare. Balter's not it, I don't think. I could go into Senshi. It's really good against Snatch Steal, and then like on the next turn if I get to keep my Stein. Okay. I'm gonna try it. They probably attack the Stein with Spy, but maybe not. There's also Fiend Skull Dragon. No. Senshi's really good against Snatch Steal. And also helps with traps if we need it. And I get to clear 3 of the goats here. Okay. Alright, and so next turn if I get to keep my Stein, I contribute it for blowback, and then I've got limiter removal. That only pumps the blowback. That's just kind of where we are now. Graceful Charity, sure. Oh no. I don't feel great about this, obviously. I am at 3,000. Alright. There's Moth Knight Assailant, but then they pick back up the Moth. So they don't have a light in the graveyard. I get to keep my Stein. Presumably. Meta. Yeah, okay. Can't tear the King Dragoon, though. Yeah, take the Senshi. That's unfortunate. I guess I lose my Stein, then. And I can Giant Trunade back my Senshi. Yeah. Yeah, this just didn't work out. They didn't set them off. Prima. Okay. No, Prima's not the worst. Hold on. I could Prima first. Yeah, I've got enough to activate it twice, too. I'm target the Facilier. Okay. Summon that, and then I'll Giant Trunade. Basically, here I'm just banking on... Blowback Dragon working out? What if I tribute... King Dragoon? Am I in a better chance to win? No, I don't think so. Alright, tribute for blowback, and let's see if blowback can take out this tear. I really need some heads here, blowback. Alright, delivering, there's one. There's a tails. No, come on, blowback dragon. All right. Damn. All right, I'll pass the turn. They get to suck up this blowback dragon, but that's so unfortunate. We flipped the heads in the first one too. Got my hopes up. I just win the game there too. If it works out, because I get to prima back the Facilier and throw down the limiter removal. King Dragoon can attack over Spy. I feel like this has been a pretty unfortunate match here. But that's how it's going to be. So, you know, some days you draw really well, you do really well. Some days... And, like, I don't think I drew poorly. I thought I was going to win, honestly. Until they flipped Scapegoat. Which, yeah, I mean, some of the turbo decks do side the Scapegoat package. It's just not super, super popular. Now, Terra cannot target King Dragoon. Okay. Yeah, you can have a blowback, though. I can't even attack into into the tear. Okay. Upstart Goblin. I guess I'm going to play it. Mind control? That's not great. So I'll just pass the turn. I mean, I do still have... Oh, Sook. Okay, that gives me my blowback back. DD Warrior Lady, come on. What is this? Lost 24 again. Oh, back down to 910. So we're going to lose 9 elo in this one. I think DD Warrior Lady is an underplayed card in Turbo, but, like, I don't know. The Scapegoat was, like, the one card they could have had that would have saved them there. They had that. DD Warrior Lady is one of the very few cards that can get them out of this position, especially putting the blowback in the graveyard, because that gives me premature burial, try to get it back, mind control, whatever. Try to still have another chance at winning or trying to win the game. I wouldn't have, you know, the lethal shot there, but could have been pretty good. And then, like, game 2, my opponent drew, like, exactly Thunder Dragon on the exact turn that they had to have it. Oh, that's gonna happen sometimes. But yeah, we are back down to 9-10. Man, if we had won that one match instead of Dueling Book giving us the loss, we'd still be at like 940. But you know, this is how it's going to be sometimes at the top of the ladder. If you lose, you're going to lose a lot of points. We're not even at the top of the ladder. We're just in the 900s. But we're at 910. That's going to be the episode for today. Hopefully we can get some more wins coming pretty soon. We're going to need to string together quite a few to get this last 90 points. But, you know, going to do my best. That's going to be the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.